Alright, so I think it's my 4th day on this trek. Probably 2 days to go. I've kind of lost track. I've repacked some gear. I'm at 46 pounds now. And I forgot some important stuff. But I packed way lighter. So I'm like 10 pounds lighter, I think, than I was first couple legs. This next 2 legs should be a lot more shade. I just haven't hit it yet. So that's where I'm at. That's where I got to go. No hat's gonna suck. I don't even have something to wrap around my head, I don't think. I have some light pants, and I might switch them out because these ones are pretty heavy. And this vent zipper is stuck. It's not venting like it should, and I think if I guess I don't care if I break it. So I need to get this this vent open. There, I just ripped it. There I go. All right, yeah, I can feel the vent a lot better right now on that side. And I'm already sweating like a pig. And there are some streams that are coming in off this hill. I should have some chances to refill pretty soon, so when I get another good chance for that, that's what I'll do. And 26 miles left. And I should be able to do that in these 2 days. The spot that I plan to camp at tonight, it'll probably be dark by the time I get there and set up, and I don't know if there's really going to be any spots, but I'm sure I can makeshift one or find one. And it should be at a cool spot. Alright, got some radio chatter, so I'm going to let you go. Oh. So this is the hummingbird. First obstacle that's not really going to be hard to deal with at all, but it's kind of cool. So I'm going to try to step on that rock. Hopefully it won't move. Then I'll try to step to that railroad tie. Oh, another boulder. So I kind of presume there's going to be a lot of that on this trek. Probably going to be a couple of washouts, and there's probably going to be some trees over. Yeah, there's a tree down up there. But yeah, this is I don't know why this line of tracks isn't used anymore, but it makes a pretty good abandoned railroad track to trek along now. I'm okay with that because that's exactly what I'm doing. I kind of have a mind to invent some kind of a rail bike just for doing this kind of stuff. Like, imagine a mountain bike or something that could ride along one of the rails and have another wheel out to the side on a spring that can help keep you stable. And you'd be riding on the smooth rail, but your support tire would be off the side somehow. But once you're on the tracks, you mostly just ride down the rail. And then, of course, it's got to be light enough to carry over the logs and the rocks and across the washouts and stuff. But it seems like a good idea to me. I think if there was such a thing, what I'm doing now would be a more common trending thing. And so would idiots doing it on live tracks and getting plowed over by trains, because idiots are stupid. You can't really legislate out stupidity. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Barely had any shade. I just got out of it, actually. It's kind of a relief to be in the shade. I forgot how hot it is outside the shade. It's like a young elk. I would love a hat. There, so I got my Sterapin going, and it being bright out, it's hard to see the UV light kicking on, but it is. There's a beaver pond down there. I filtered some water with my Sawyer Mini. This is the water that's been filtered. I'm gonna pour this into my bladder, and I'll probably fill this up again and do this twice. And I still got some unpurified water in dirty bladder. kind of contemplating how much water I should be filtering and bringing right now. I think I'm 10 miles to my camp. I don't know what the trek looks like from here out, but this was the one spot I had marked for likely water and a good spot to camp, and it actually is. But this is not nearly as close as I need to be. Okay, that was great. The UV light is retarding whatever could be in there that might make me sick. It's making it so it's either retarded or dead or infertile. So even if it is alive in there, it can't grow. So it'll just die of old age in my gut. At least that's the way I understand that it works. It's pretty bright inside here. There. It timed out, which means it's had plenty of time to render inert whatever might have hurt me. Now I can put it back in my bag with confidence. So one thing I've done a lot as far as like gaining some vicarious wisdom about drinking water off the wild. I used to do it a lot when I was young. I didn't filter anything. I just stuck my face in the creek or scoop up my hands and drink it. I would ask a ranger pretty much any time I came to a ranger, no matter what part of the country I was in or whatever. I'd ask him or her something about how often do people get sick drinking the water. It's usually rangers that do it because they're out so often and they talk to each other. But they say, sometimes they might say a lot. We don't drink out of certain sources. Even if we filter it, we boil and filter, etc., as best we can. Or it happens a lot to people who don't filter properly. It's pretty rare. Or rangers drink out of the streams all the time and they never get sick. So if I see a ranger around, that's one of the questions I intend to get a scope on, how risky my situation really is. And often what I found is the more easily accessible the place is, the more people are getting sick, and that's probably from people feces in the water. Like people are getting Hep A and stuff from where it's easily accessible by a lot of people. Almost always they say filter it as best you can. Even if they don't get sick drinking, they might think it's because their immune system is strong or something like that, but it's not good advice to recommend somebody just drink untreated, unfiltered, unsterilized water because of the risk of what could be in it and how devastating that is. The stories I've heard about the rangers and backpackers and hikers who've gotten giardia, they say they never want to do it again. The only good thing about it was how much weight they lost because they couldn't hold anything down. It was coming out both ends pretty violently and fast, so you don't get to go out in public and you're going to be bedridden, miserable, unable to eat, unable to drink while your body's purging itself. I'll never take that risk again. So that's my advice. Gotta go Les Stroud style. Don't have a hat, at least I can cover my bald spot. This is a good spot. I've marked this on my map as a place I thought would be a good spot to camp, and it is. It's a really good spot. Now that I know my guess was good, I'll keep this on the map and establish a campsite here. Like a backcountry campsite. The preferred option, actually. It's kind of uneventful for the past long while. I got something like 8 or 9 miles to get to where I'll camp, and about halfway I can resupply water, I believe. I do notice something about my posture is different and achy with this load of water I'm carrying. So I'm not sure what to take differently or what I need to do. So it feels like my waistband maybe needs to be tighter, but it actually feels about right. So just tighten it anyway. that helped a lot. Guess I'll see how my posture feels different. A lot of sun exposure. Bandana's helping. And it's been kind of boring. But there will become some good stuff here eventually, and I'm getting some good thoughts in for sure. I hope. This might be weird, but I thought I just saw dirt flying out of that hole. So that was a wasp nest that something got to and ate, and there was a wasp throwing dirt out of it. Cool. So, not a big one, but it looks like a definite washout up ahead. It might not be that, but it might provide the biggest obstacle yet too. So, it's not a washout. It's not really an obstacle. It might be a spot to rest. And oh, it's pretty steep. I kind of want to look underneath this bridge over there because you never know. I guess the curiosity that killed the cat leads me to some interesting stuff sometimes. Oh, I can look under the bridge right here. Yeah, it's not that interesting. Yeah, but somebody made a nest to sleep in right there. Probably a hunter for sure. Or a Sasquatch. So right about the time I crossed over that log back there, I had a really good whiff of some blueberries in the sun. I looked around and the bushes on the side were all eaten or picked. But didn't want to stop in the sun and investigate. That's been my biggest thing on my mind, is finding some shade so I can rest. These boots are doing great. Must be just the way I have them tied or something. One foot's getting a hot spot. I need some shade to settle down, maybe buy some cool water, take off my shoes for a bit, maybe make some food, be able to like starfish out with my bare feet. That's what I'm looking for. Super easy. Nice. Oh, the shade feels so much better. So much better. So, I'm not sure how far I am from the camp site that I thought would be coming up, but I'm guessing it's going to be not too far beyond that bend. Alright, so this is the spot that I also marked. It's definitely quiet and peaceful, and there's definitely more shade. There's way more shade back around that bend though. And there's water, so I fetched some water. Feet are sweaty. Those boots are, oh my gosh, it's a big blister that just ripped off. Feet are soaked in sweat. So I think I like this system. It's definitely not as simple as my previous preferred method. But I could hang this from a tree. Sister. Below. Let's go. If I could just not hold this, that would be good too. I suppose this is pretty easy to do, but pretty easy. I don't really want to touch my pack and get into it because this is kind of a fragile setup. Alright, so that's that. I'll take a nap or something. One of these. This is not the funnest, but it is effective. And it's easy. Probably gonna spend a long time here, so I'll take a nap and just lay here in the dirt. And then whenever I wake up, hit the trail again with water. Yeah, it's probably twice the flow with this pressure, and I see it. I see the water level rising in front of my eyes now instead of noticing it after a while. Okay, that's a full cup there. I went from like half to full in just that short amount of time. Have to recalibrate this. Awesome. It's cooler around that corner because the shade's bigger, but I don't want to walk anymore. You definitely see the value of being able to connect these two, especially in a situation like this, because trying to get it precise like that's a fragile thing. And as the water depletes out of it, it changes a little bit of the angle. I can see it getting closer and closer to one edge. And then even my breath disturbs it a little bit, and then it rocks and touches the edge there. And stirrup hit it. Yeah, that turned right on and brighter. So I don't know why it does it differently sometimes. I guess I'll just let it do its thing. Where's my flashlight on? The pocket's getting hot. I used to love Eco Drink. I don't know what changed, but when Costco stopped selling them, I didn't know where to get them. But I remembered I loved them. I found some on Amazon. They're not as good. I got some dirt in my busted blister. I don't know if you can see it there. I got a hot spot that callus, but it's gonna probably make a blister here soon, so I'm just gonna leukotape them both, and I should probably just clean it because I have some wet wipes. Just need one. Tools you find. Well, that's super helpful and easy. Not really sure what's the best way to put this on, but I think I'm just gonna go along my Achilles tendon with it stretched, and that's covering it plenty on both sides. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what I'm gonna do with that one. And with this one. Yeah, it's hot for sure. It's the first real trip I've taken these boots on. The thing is, like, walking on different terrain makes a big difference. Like, I could fit my typical hiking shoes to my feet while I'm in off-trail stuff, and then these rocks and stuff on the train tracks are different. Or a steep hill, or a cattle road, or some off-trail and some other terrain. It all makes a big difference. This one, I think I'm going to go like that, because I'm not really sure what the limit of that hot spot's going to end up being, so look at that. Oh, and that feels better just like it is. Right, ooh, I brought some foot powder. That's going to be handy. Twigs out of there. I said out of there. It's got some of these little sticky seed things. I got some cheatgrass seeds. Those are not good for me. It's like, these are like the most Velcro-y little seed pods I've seen. They're like very small and flat, they shape like a kind of a corn or something, corn kernel, but they're very Velcro-y. It's great. Oh, and oh wow, little toothbrushes, little disposable one-time use toothbrushes. Because you never know when you're going to be out in the Olympics, pretty far out there, and then you get to the snow line and you can't find the lake because there's just way too much snow. So you head back down to below the snow level, and there's a bunch of people camping, and it happens to be a bunch of girls. And you might want to have your teeth brushed. You never know when that might happen. So if you don't have a little toothbrush, you'll have to have bad breath when you say hi to them. And if you do have a toothbrush, you can go set up camp, brush your teeth, and then say hi. Or just leave them alone. Not that that's ever happened before, but it might have. Definitely smell an animal. It actually woke me up. I don't see anything moving. I don't hear anything. I can't tell which way the wind's going. Definitely smelled something. My nap was really good. It paid off. But yeah, I feel like I'm done napping now. Yeah, so I taking that nap, airing out my feet, drying out my socks and boots, and then I smelled, it wasn't breath, it was like a smell of a large woodland furry mammal. My best guess is a bear, but I didn't hear anything. I didn't see any strange movements or anything. It does look like something traveled right between those trees, but it was sure enough and prominent enough to wake me up from my nap, and also that means I was done napping. So I guess I think I got like 6 miles before set up camp. Some old sign. It's consistent with the size of the previous ones I've seen. But yeah, there was signs of bear earlier for sure. I don't know what else moves silently in the woods, but you can smell Sasquatch. My buddy Saigo. Well, he's not silent at all. if you can hear that, but there's something chewing on the wood. It sounds like something's taking a slow, strong bite, like almost like a beaver, but slower. Maybe it's some other bug or something, but I kind of want to let the bear, or whatever I'm smelling, have its pass and go. Yeah, this shade's gonna be way nicer. What the hell is that? Some kind of creature, like might have been a big old spider or something. Oh, I see its legs. Maybe it's a giant cricket or something. Let's see if I can scooch it out of there. Or maybe I can just see it from the other side. Put a stick on this side and see if it goes out that side. Oh, I see its antenna. Yeah, I see its antenna. I can feel it holding on tight. There it goes. Maybe one of those was chewing on the wood earlier. Kind of smells like maybe dead animal or dead fish around here. Now from the other side, I thought this was going to be secured somehow or damaged, but definitely is not looking prevented. And that side, oh, somebody broke through it. But that side is definitely blocked off. This side is not. I'm gonna guess it's sturdy and strong, but yeah, the cables look fine. I'm guessing they're attached in the ground fine. The wood is really questionable. Yeah, that's that. Ooh, here's a risky gap. Getting some of that vertigo. Trying to step across these big gaps because they are crazy. Yeah, there's no need to go across it. I mean, I obviously could, and somebody opened the gate there. So I can zoom in. Yeah, I just got no reason to go across. Just gonna say I did, I guess, but that's not important to me. I really thought this spot would have been sabotaged or blocked off or something. Okay, yeah, so that's what's risky, is that part. It's kind of a cool beach. Son of a beach. So, dog and otter. This tree down, not looking like it fell over because it died. Thinking somebody must have chopped it down because they're cool or something, or wanted to have fun. Come back and check it out. It's pretty rare that beavers chew down pine or fir, but it's not never. Easier to go around, but not as fun. I'll try to walk on it as best I can. Whoa, I'm not very good at this anymore. Whoa, this sucks. I am so bad at this. Oh my gosh. That was horrible. I was not good at that. That's a washout. And yeah, I found out that I'm not that good at that, so I'm just going to skip it. But It also looks like an adventure ahead. Oh man, it's caved in. It looks like it's completely blocked. Yeah. Man, it would have been cool if it would have went through. I would have saved a little bit of time and effort, but maybe it still does. Seems unlikely, but oh yeah. Oh, stickers. Ooh, it can go through it. If I can get down there. I have to bust out the headlamp. It's pretty cool. I'm just exhausted, so I don't have much energy for enthusiasm. I'm trying to spend it on wiser decisions. But I'm not doing too well there either. Now if I go down here, could I get back up if I can't make it through? Oh yes, I see light on the other side. I'm just not sure that I won't fall. I'm gonna try to jump right there with turning my backpack downhill so it won't bump these rocks. Okay. There's something hoofed got in here. Could be a goat. Goats are good at getting in trouble. It looks like the wall's bulging out right here. I was hoping that this was going to be a tunnel and I was going to be able to go through it. And it looks like, I guess, good enough. That's where I came from. And that's where I'm going. It hurts. It hurts. Well, that was fun. Now it's done. I never really thought that could happen, where the rock hits the rail and bends it. Soaked. Air out my feet. Dry off. Close. Pretty hungry. I think I won't make a fire to cook with. I think I'll use stove to boil food. Jeez Louise. Cramping up. This means I need to eat and hydrate. Where's my aim? There it is. It's cramping. Tucked in for the night, and got a little clothesline set up. It's not high off the ground, so I couldn't hang my pants on it. Pants are soaked in sweat. I'm out of water. I have enough to boil for a meal in the morning, but not enough to make coffee after that. The river is pretty far down there, and it's pretty hard. It's pretty steep. It's a no-go. I think I need to eat more, but I don't have enough water to boil for it. Ooh, I have another snack. That's what I'll do. After I got him laid down, I thought about how stiff I'm going to be sleeping. And I was like, I should do some yoga first. And I should. Maybe I will, but it's pretty comfortable laying here. I got myself between the rocks that are underneath my mat. Two of them. I was going to tell a story or two, but my brain isn't working